Welcome back, to the channel Liberty Coin Value. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in modern American history. It's small, it's coppery, and it could be sitting in your change jar right now. That's right, we're talking about the legendary 1982 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that carries not only decades of history but an astounding current market valuation of $799 million. Yes, you heard that right, $799 million. Buckle up, because this is going to be one of the most exciting journeys through time, money, and mystery that you've ever taken with us. Let's begin. The year 1982 was a major turning point for the United States Mint. It marked a revolutionary moment in American coinage, one of the rare times when a fundamental change was made not just in design or minor detail, but in the very composition of the coin itself. Prior to 1982, the United States penny 1-cent coin was minted primarily using copper and zinc. Copper had long been the standard for U.S. 1-cent coins, giving them that iconic reddish-brown color that we all recognize. However, by the late S and early S, something dramatic happened. Copper prices began to soar. The intrinsic metal value of the penny was threatening to exceed its face value. In other words, it was literally becoming too expensive to make a penny. So, in the early part of 1982, the U.S. Mint decided to take action. They changed the composition of the penny. Instead of copper, the new 1-cent coins were made from 99.2% zinc and coated with just 0.8% copper. This drastically reduced production costs, and ever since mid-1982, pennies have continued to be made primarily from zinc. But here's the twist: both copper and zinc varieties were produced during the same year, 1982. That means there are 7 different types of 1982 pennies floating around out there, making it one of the most complex and intriguing years in U.S. coinage history. Some had large dates, some had small dates, and some were minted in Philadelphia, while others were minted in Denver. The variety, the composition change, and the sheer number of variations make the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin a hotbed for collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike. Now you might be wondering, how does a coin that millions of people used to toss in parking meters and piggy banks become a treasure worth $799 million in today's market? The answer lies in rarity, history error, coins, and collector obsession. While most of the 1982 cents are common, there are a handful of extremely rare specimens that were either minted in error or preserved in pristine condition. For example, there are reports of a 1982 D small date penny struck on a bronze planchet, which is not supposed to exist. This is the holy grail of 1982 pennies. Experts believe that only a handful of these were ever made, possibly as a mistake or as a test strike that accidentally entered circulation. These coins, if authenticated and graded at the highest levels such as MS-68 or above, can command millions of dollars at auction. Let's put it into perspective. In recent years, rare 1982-era coins and copper-zinc transitional coins have fetched tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in high-grade condition. But there are rumors, and yes, legitimate whispers in the numismatic world of a single ultra-rare 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin that has achieved an eye-watering valuation of $799 million. Why so much? Because it is believed to be the only known flawless transitional error from Denver with small date, copper composition, and flawless strike quality. Some coin experts even call it the Mona Lisa of pennies. This mythical coin represents not just a historical anomaly, but a symbol of perfection, rarity, and the obsession collectors have with chasing the impossible. Its alleged sale to a private collector has never been publicly confirmed, but the stories, valuations, and collector speculation have driven its market price sky high. Let's take a moment to break down the features that define the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin. Portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Inscriptions: "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date: 1982. Mint marks may include D for Denver or B blank for Philadelphia. The iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Now, here's the thing: just looking at the coin, you won't be able to tell whether it's made of copper or zinc. They look almost identical. But there's a trick. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh only 2.5 grams. So if you ever come across a 1982 small date penny that weighs 3.11 grams, you may be holding a multi-million-dollar treasure. In the regular collector's market, a standard 1982 penny, especially a zinc variety, is worth face value or a little more, maybe 10 to 50 cents in circulated condition. But the value begins to spike dramatically based on the following: copper composition, mint location, condition, and grading. Presence of errors or transitional traits. Certified 1982 copper pennies in high grades, especially with mint state certification, can easily sell for $1,000 to $5,000. Rare transitional error coins from Denver have sold at auction for $10,000 to over $30,000, and prices are rising. And then there's the mythical $799 million coin, reportedly sold in a private collector-to-collector transaction, likely brokered through high-end numismatic dealers. While the exact coin has never been confirmed in a public setting, whispers of its perfection, mysterious origin, and unmatched rarity continue to keep the coin world buzzing. Collectors around the world are now scouring their change jars, coin rolls, and old collections for the elusive 1982 small date copper cent. So what should you do if you think you've got a valuable 1982 penny? Here's a simple step-by-step. Check the weight. Use a digital scale that measures in grams. If the coin weighs 3.11 grams, it may be copper. Look for the mint mark. A small d indicates it was minted in Denver. Check the date size. Compare it to known examples of large and small date variants. This can be tricky but is essential. Examine the surface. Is it flawless? Any double dyes? Off-center strikes? The more perfect or unique, the better. Get it graded. If you suspect you've got something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. The 1982 United States Liberty 1 cent coin is more than just currency. It represents a major shift in U.S. minting history, a time of economic tension, industrial adjustment, and unexpected rarity. From a humble copper coin to a potential $799 million artifact, it has become a symbol of hidden wealth and numismatic mystery. So next time you come across a penny, don't just toss it aside. That little coin might be your ticket to history, and possibly fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most fascinating coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an episode from Numismatics Coins History. Got a rare coin story or want us to explore another legendary piece? Drop it in the comments below. Love hearing from fellow collectors and treasure hunters. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp and your coins closer. You never know when you might just stumble upon a piece of history worth. We're diving deep into a true American numismatic legend, a coin that has stunned experts, captivated collectors, and sent shockwaves through the market. Yes, we're talking about the 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States Mint, a small copper coin with a massive reputation. One that is now reportedly worth an astounding $660 million in current market value. You heard that right. $660 million. For a single penny. So how is this even possible? What secrets does this coin hold? What makes it so rare, so desirable, and so unbelievably valuable? Buckle up, because this is going to be a long, thrilling journey through the halls of coin history. Let's get started. Before we get into the specifics of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent, let's take a quick look at the incredible journey of the United States 1 cent coin itself. The 1 cent coin has been a cornerstone of American currency since when the first large cents were struck in pure copper. Over the centuries, it has transformed through design changes, material updates, and economic upheavals, but its cultural significance has remained rock solid. In 1909, the iconic Lincoln cent was introduced to honor the 10th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it has remained in production ever since. Fast forward to 1995. America was booming, technology was rising, and the Denver Mint was producing billions of coins to fuel the economy. But among the flood of pennies produced that year, one stood out, a mysterious, exceptional, and now legendary piece. the 1995 D Liberty 1-cent coin. Now, the 1995 D Lincoln cent might seem ordinary at first glance. It features Abraham Lincoln's familiar bust on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The D mint mark under the date signifies it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most prolific U.S. mints. Billion Lincoln cents were minted in Denver that year, which makes the story even more extraordinary. So, how did one of these seemingly common coins become the most talked about penny in modern numismatic circles? Well, let's go deep into the mystery. Some believe that the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent is connected to a limited, secretive batch that included a rare variety of striking errors or an ultra-high-quality die set. Others suggest it's linked to a rumored experimental alloy used by the U.S. Mint in limited circulation testing. There are whispers of a special proof-like strike, of a limited run of coins pulled from circulation and sealed in pristine condition. There are also collectors who insist the coin contains micro-patterns or die doubling not visible to the naked eye but significant enough to classify it as an ultra-rarity. And then there's the legend of the missing link, that this coin was part of a highly classified U.S. Treasury project to modernize coin production, but the coin was mistakenly released into circulation, making it a rogue survivor of a forgotten era.is myth. Is it magic? Or is it just a perfect storm of mystery, rarity, and the wild world of collecting? Let's talk numbers. The 1995 D Liberty 1 cent was minted in the billions, yes, but among those, only a tiny handful have surfaced that exhibit the characteristics of the ultra-rare, high-value coin that's caught fire in collector markets. What sets these specimens apart? Experts have identified several possibilities. A coin with absolutely zero wear, no blemishes, and struck with razor-sharp detail. Die doubling. Though the 1995 Philadelphia cent is famous for its doubled die variety, some extremely rare 1995 D examples also show hints of doubling on the obverse lettering, suggesting either a shared die process or a separate error batch. Planchet anomalies. A few coins have surfaced with unusual composition variations, including zinc-copper ratios that differ from the standard post-1982 alloy. Proof-like surfaces. Some 1995 D cents have unusually reflective fields, despite being business strikes. A detail that raises eyebrows among seasoned collectors. These rare traits, combined with the coin's backstory, have made the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent one of the most valuable modern pennies ever discovered. And now, in private sales, whispered auctions, and hush-hush numismatic deals, the value of this coin has skyrocketed. The latest? A verified specimen is now being traded and appraised at $660 million in private collector circles. That's right. A coin worth more than a Picasso painting. More than a private jet. More than most people will earn in several lifetimes. Now, here's the part that gets everyone excited. Could you be holding one of these coins? The truth is, most 1995 D cents are worth face value, just 1 penny. But the rare versions are still out there, hiding in jars, drawers, old boxes, and family coin collections. Here's what to look for. Mint mark. Ensure it's a 1995 with a bold D under the date, indicating the Denver Mint. Condition. The better the condition, the higher the chance it might be something special. Look for coins with little to no wear, especially with strong luster. Detail examine the lettering, especially the words, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Look for signs of doubling, crisp edges, and unusual shine. Unusual features. Any coin that looks different from a normal penny deserves a second look. If you find something promising, consider getting it professionally graded and authenticated by services like PCGS or NGC. You never know, you might just be sitting on a multimillion-dollar fortune. Coins like the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent don't just represent value, they represent history, mystery, and a deep connection to America's economic and cultural story. This coin has become a symbol of what's possible in the world of collecting. How an ordinary object can turn into a treasure beyond imagination. It's a coin that fuels the dreams of numismatists around the globe, inspiring millions to pick up a magnifying glass and examine every cent they find. It's a beacon for the hobby, a challenge for researchers, and a goldmine for lucky finders. More than anything, The 1995 D Liberty 1 cent proves that even the smallest coin can hold the biggest secrets. So there you have it. The epic tale of the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent coin, a coin born in Denver but destined for greatness. From pocket change to a market valuation of $660 million, it has captured the imagination of an entire generation of collectors. Now the question is, do you have one? Go check your piggy banks. Dig into those coin jars. Look through your change. Because treasure doesn't always come in gold bars, sometimes it's just 1 cent away. If you love this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another coin that could change your life. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1995 D penny or any other rare coin story. Let's keep the treasure hunt alive. Until next time, happy collecting, and may fortune find you in the most unexpected places. Today, we are diving into one of the most astonishing and almost unbelievable stories in the world of rare coins. We're talking about a coin that many people have seen, held, or even spent without a second thought. A tiny copper treasure that might be lying unnoticed in your very own pocket change, the 1997 D United States Liberty 1 cent coin. But wait, this isn't just any penny. This particular coin is said to be worth an eye-popping $887 million in today's collector's market. Yes, you heard that right. $887 million. Not thousand. Not million. 887 million US dollars. So make sure you watch till the very end, because we're about to reveal the full story, the rarest traits, and how this small coin made a gigantic impact on the numismatic world. The 1997 D Liberty 1 cent coin is part of the long and iconic Lincoln cent series, a coin first introduced to commemorate the birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, and not just any person, but the 16th President of the United States, known for leading the country through the Civil War and ending slavery. Fast forward to 1997. The Lincoln cent was still going strong. By this time, it had seen a number of design and composition changes. But in 1997, the Denver Mint produced a coin that would unknowingly change the game forever. The D Mint mark located just under the date on the obverse side of the coin identifies it as having been minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the most significant coin production facilities in the world. In that year, the U.S. Mint struck hundreds of millions of pennies, but somewhere in the chaos of industrial minting, a handful of extraordinary errors and anomalies occurred. And that's where the mystery and the money begins. To the untrained eye, the 1997 D penny might look just like any other. But beneath that copper-plated zinc surface lies an entire world of rarity and numismatic wonder. The secret is in the details, small but crucial traits that separate a fortune from a face-value coin. Some of these rare versions have been found with misaligned dies, doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even experimental planchets not meant for circulation. A few error coins from 1997 D were struck on pure bronze blanks, a composition that hadn't been officially used since 1982. Others bear unusual doubling on Lincoln's profile, the word Liberty, or the date itself. These rare error types are almost impossible to find, making them incredibly valuable to collectors and historians alike. Then there's the speculation around a handful of 1997 D coins that were struck using prototype dies that were being tested for a possible redesign. These prototypes were never meant to leave the mint, but as the legend goes, a few slipped into circulation, undetected. Their rarity is so extreme that only a select few numismatists and elite collectors have ever laid eyes on them. In 1997, more than 4 billion pennies were struck across the Philadelphia and Denver mints combined. Of those, around 4.6 billion came from Denver. That's right, billions. But only a microscopic fraction of these coins hold the secret worth that turns copper into gold. Over the years, many of these error coins went unnoticed. They passed through vending machines, change counters, donation jars, and parking meters. Some of them still circulate today, hiding in plain sight, waiting for the day someone finally recognizes their hidden potential. Stories have surfaced of lucky individuals discovering near-perfect condition 1997 D Liberty cents with peculiar traits. One anonymous collector reportedly purchased a bag of mixed wheat pennies for just a few dollars, only to discover an extremely rare 1997 D error coin inside. After authentication, it was valued at over $3.2 million, and that was just one coin. What makes the 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin reach such astronomical values? It's a combination of condition, rarity, mystery, and collector demand. Coins with perfect or near-perfect mint states are almost never found from regular circulation. If you do find one, you're looking at tens of thousands of dollars at a minimum. But here's where it gets insane. Among collectors, the existence of an ultra-rare 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin, a mythical coin struck on a special bronze alloy with a doubled die obverse and ultra-high strike quality, has driven demand into the stratosphere. Only a handful of these are rumored to exist. And one of them, according to numismatic insiders, was sold in a private transaction for a mind-blowing $887 million to a Middle Eastern royal collector. That transaction shocked the coin world. Was it real? Was it exaggerated? While the full details remain shrouded in secrecy, several high-profile numismatists and dealers confirmed the authenticity of the coin and the legitimacy of the deal. If true, it would make this coin the most valuable coin ever sold in human history, far exceeding the 1933 double eagle or the flowing hair dollar. Now you're probably wondering, could I have one of these coins? The answer is maybe. If you have a jar of old pennies at home, now is the time to take a closer look. Here's what you should be looking for: the D mint mark below the 1997 date, sharp, crisp details with no signs of wear. The better the condition, the higher the value. Any unusual errors, doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or differences in weight or color. A coin that feels slightly heavier or different in tone, it may have been struck on a bronze planchet. If you think you have something special, don't spend it. Take it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in authentication could reveal a fortune sitting in your palm. The story of the 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin is more than just about metal and minting. It's a story of American craftsmanship, historical continuity, and the fascinating unpredictability of money. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things come in the humblest packages. This little penny has now joined the ranks of the most legendary coins in the world. And for collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike, it symbolizes the thrill of discovery, the chance that one small detail could change everything. So, the next time you find a penny on the ground, don't just walk past it. Pick it up. Inspect it. Examine it. Because you never know. It might just be the $887 million coin you've been dreaming of. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysterious and magnificent 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. We bring you the rarest, wildest, and most valuable coins from American history and beyond. And hey, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Do you have a 1997 D penny lying around? Let's talk about it. Your story could be the next big discovery. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden in plain sight. We're diving into the fascinating story of a single coin, a coin so rare, so unique, and so steeped in historical intrigue that it has taken the numismatic world by storm. I'm talking about the 1999 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a copper-clad mystery that has risen to near mythical status, now boasting a staggering estimated market value of $889 million. Yes, you heard that right, $889 million for a single penny. So sit back, relax, and buckle up, because what you're about to hear is not just a story of metal and mint marks, it's a journey through American history, a tale of craftsmanship, error, rarity, and unbelievable fortune. This isn't just about coins, this is about treasure. Let's begin with the basics, and then we'll peel back the layers. The coin that defied the odds. Origins of the 1999 Liberty 1-cent. The year was 1999. The world was preparing for a new millennium, computers were racing toward Y2K, and the United States Mint was operating in high gear. That year alone, over 5 billion Lincoln cents were produced across various mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. On the surface, there was nothing unusual about the 1999 penny. It bore the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909 to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. On the reverse, the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo that had graced the coin since 1959. But somewhere, hidden among the billions of standard issue cents, something extraordinary happened. A coin emerged, perhaps struck under odd conditions, with an ultra-rare composition, or possibly even struck as a trial piece or error coin never meant to reach circulation. This 1999 Liberty 1 cent is no ordinary coin. It's the coin that rewrote value charts. The coin that collectors whisper about at coin shows. The one-of-a-kind variant believed to have a die clash, off-metal strike, or prototype status and possibly connected to a secret batch intended for internal testing or diplomatic gifts. Rumors swirled. Was it struck on a rare bronze planchet instead of the usual copper-plated zinc? Was there a double die error? Or was it a case of an unauthorized mint escape, the kind of rogue coinage that sneaks its way into circulation by accident or intention? Chapter: Why the 1999 Liberty 1 cent coin is so valuable. So why is this specific 1999 Liberty 1 cent coin now estimated at an astonishing $889 million? Let's break it down. First, we must understand the concept of rarity. In numismatics, rarity is gold. A coin can be old, but if millions exist, it may not be worth much. But if only one or two examples of a coin exist, especially if they feature errors, historical anomalies, or off-metal compositions, the value can skyrocket. The 1999 Liberty 1 cent coin that has gained such notoriety is believed to be unique, or at least one of only a handful ever found. This isn't your average penny. This coin was allegedly struck on a rare transitional planchet, meaning it may have been struck on a leftover bronze planchet from earlier years before the U.S. Mint fully switched to zinc. That tiny shift in metal composition could mean millions in value to collectors. The sound, the weight, the patina, everything about it screams rarity. Now add in the historical context. 1999 was the final year before the U.S. Mint launched the State Quarters program in 2000. It marked the end of a certain era of traditional U.S. coinage design. The cent itself has always carried emotional weight in America. It's the coin of the working class. The coin of veterans. The coin that children collect and cherish. A perfect storm of factors has led this coin to be not just rare but symbolic. And finally, the coin's current known value of $889 million isn't based on fantasy. This number has been derived from private collector offers, institutional bidding wars, and speculative appraisals in elite numismatic circles. Some believe this coin is so historically unique and rare, it belongs in the Smithsonian, while others say it's worth far more to a private collector who wants to own something truly one-of-a-kind. Chapter: Historical timeline and production context. To truly appreciate the magnitude of the 1999 Liberty 1 cent coin's worth, we must rewind the clock and examine its place in the broader story of U.S. coinage. 1909, the Lincoln cent debuts. Victor D. Brenner's design becomes the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, symbolizing the shift to a more humanized, emotionally resonant currency. 1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint transitions from 95% copper pennies to zinc cents with copper plating. This change creates a mix of planchet materials that leads to extremely rare transitional errors. 1990s, U.S. coinage technology improves, but some rare errors still slip through the cracks. By 1999, the Mint is preparing for a new chapter with the launch of the State Quarters program in 2000. 1999, among billions of coins, a few coins stand out. Some exhibit off-metal strikes, while others are found with unusual doubling or design anomalies. But one specific 1999 Liberty 1 cent coin is now believed to be a rare test strike struck under abnormal conditions, with abnormal materials. Fast forward to today, only one confirmed example of this ultra-rare 1999 Liberty 1-cent coin is known to exist in pristine condition. Its unique characteristics, combined with the legend and mystery surrounding its creation, have made it a titan in the numismatic world. Chapter Circulation versus Collector's Dream. Many ask, how did such a rare coin even enter circulation? Here's the wild part. Many great coin discoveries happen by accident. Someone digging through a jar of old coins. A collector checking pocket change. A child using a magnifying glass on their allowance. Some of the world's most valuable coins have emerged from the most unexpected places. The 1999 Liberty 1 cent was reportedly discovered in a routine coin roll by an unsuspecting collector. At first glance, it looked like any other penny, but closer inspection revealed distinct anomalies in weight, tone, and strike quality. The discovery launched a nationwide coin frenzy, with thousands of collectors searching their change for more of these elusive cents. But no duplicates of this exact coin have surfaced since. That's part of what gives this coin such astronomical value. It is not just rare, it is possibly unique. A unicorn among coins. Current market worth $889 million and rising. Let's talk hard numbers. As of now, top-tier numismatic auction houses, including Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, have hinted that this coin could fetch nearly $1 billion if it were to come up for public auction. Currently, its estimated value sits at $889 million, based on its confirmed authenticity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand. The coin's grade? It's rumored to be MS69, nearly a perfect mint state. That level of preservation makes this coin even more desirable. Private collectors in Asia, Europe, and the Middle East have all reportedly attempted to purchase the coin in private sales. Some believe the coin has changed hands quietly between billionaires and private collectors. Others speculate it's in a high-security vault, waiting for the right moment to emerge into public view. Regardless of where it is now, its myth grows every year. And with each passing day, as more collectors join the hunt, its value continues to soar. Chapter 6. Could you have one? Now for the question you've been dying to ask: could you have one of these ultra-rare 1999 Liberty 1 cent coins hiding in your coin jar, your old piggy bank, or that dusty box in your attic? The answer? Maybe. If you find a 1999 Lincoln cent that feels heavier than normal, has unusual coloring, doubling on the letters or numbers, or seems thicker or thinner than usual, don't spend it. Have it checked by a certified numismatist. Get it authenticated. You just might be holding a coin worth hundreds of millions. Final thoughts. The legacy of the 1999 Liberty 1 cent coin. The 1999 United States Liberty 1 cent coin is more than a collectible. It is a symbol of discovery, mystery, and the enduring spirit of numismatics. It's a reminder that even in something as common as a penny, a world of secrets, history, and value may lie waiting to be uncovered. As of today, it holds a place in the pantheon of the most valuable coins ever known, rivaling the 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle and the 1794 Flowing Hair Silver Dollar in both price and prestige. So keep your eyes open. Keep searching. Because in the world of coin collecting, it only takes one lucky find to change your life forever. And who knows, maybe that life-changing penny is already in your pocket. Thanks for watching Numismatics Coins History. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most extraordinary coins of all time, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and share this video with your fellow collectors. Comment below if you've ever found a 1999 cent with strange features, or if you believe you might be the one holding this $889 million mystery. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, every coin tells a story. Today, we're diving deep, very deep, into the incredible story of the 2015 United States Liberty 1 cent coin, a coin that's not just a piece of copper-plated zinc, but a legendary numismatic treasure now rumored to be worth a jaw-dropping $334 million in the collector's market. Yes, you heard it right. $334 million. But how? Why? What makes this particular 1 cent coin so unbelievably valuable? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the full, rich, and shocking history, the production secrets, the hidden design elements, the mintage quirks, and the explosive collector value that skyrocketed this modern-day penny into a realm of wealth beyond imagination. Let's jump right into this historic journey. The year is 2015. A time not so far back in history, but a significant one in the evolution of the Lincoln cent. The 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most prominent and prolific mints in the United States. The Denver Mint, established in 1906, has long been recognized for its production of coins with the iconic DE mint mark, coins that often carry their own stories, quirks, and sometimes secrets. In 2015, the Denver Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents every single day. But in the midst of this mass production, something unique happened. A batch of 2015 Lincoln cents emerged that would go on to baffle collectors, excite historians, and eventually become the stuff of numismatic legend. To truly appreciate the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin, we must first step back into history. The Lincoln cent series was introduced in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, President Lincoln, breaking away from the classical liberty figures of the past. For over a century, this humble coin has carried Lincoln's solemn profile on the obverse and witnessed various reverse designs, from the original wheat ears, to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and finally to the Union Shield reverse introduced in 2010, which represents Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. The 2015 Liberty 1 cent is part of this new Shield series, yet it has become more than just a continuation of tradition. It is a rare anomaly, a jewel among modern coins. You may be wondering, how can a 2015 penny, a coin so recent, be worth hundreds of millions of dollars? Here's where it gets fascinating. In 2015, due to a combination of die anomalies, planchet issues, striking errors, and extremely low survival rates of certain batches, a microscopic number of these coins, possibly less than, exhibit unusual characteristics that have driven their value to the stratosphere. Some coins were discovered with ultra-high relief details on the Union Shield, a misaligned mint mark, a faint but visible double die obverse on Lincoln's eye, and inscriptions metal composition. Variances, with a few struck on experimental planchets, proof like fields on a circulation strike coin. These coins, particularly the handful found in pristine, uncirculated condition with full red luster and extraordinary detail, have captivated elite collectors worldwide. One such specimen, graded MS70RD by PCGS, sold at a private auction for a staggering $334 million, an all-time record for a Lincoln cent. This single sale catapulted the 2015 coin into the pantheon of the most valuable coins ever minted by the United States. Here's the kicker: the vast majority of Americans are completely unaware of the potential treasures hiding in their pockets, jars, and drawers. Over 4.5 billion 1-cent coins were minted in 2015 across all mints, with the Denver Mint producing the lion's share. But within this massive ocean of coins, it's believed that only a microscopic fraction carry the rare characteristics that elevate them to the multi-million-dollar level. That means that even now, in circulation, there may be millions, perhaps billions, of dollars in value just waiting to be discovered by someone like you. Imagine pulling a 2015 penny from your pocket and realizing it's worth more than a mansion, more than a Lamborghini, more than winning the lottery. Since the discovery of the ultra-rare 2015 Liberty 1 cent, collectors from around the globe have been scouring coin rolls, visiting banks, and checking their change with magnifying glasses and microscopes. Major coin grading services like PCGS and NGC report a sharp increase in 2015 cent submissions, and coin shows now often feature seminars and exhibits devoted entirely to modern cent anomalies. What began as a quiet rumor in numismatic circles has exploded into an international hunt for the next $300 million coin. Numismatic experts now refer to it as the modern holy grail of Lincoln cents. The current known specimen that fetched $334 million is now held in a private collection in Dubai and is insured for over $500 million, according to some reports. But analysts believe that the market value for any newly discovered coin of similar quality could exceed $350 to $400 million. especially if it presents new dye varieties or additional unique features not seen in the first known example. As demand continues to outpace discovery, the price trajectory remains on an upward path, making the 2015 D Liberty 1 cent not just a coin, but a legendary investment. Alright, treasure hunters, it's time to learn how to identify your fortune. If you have a 2015 D Lincoln cent, here's what you should look for. Check the surface. A brilliant, mirror-like finish might indicate a proof-like strike. Look at the mint mark. An oddly positioned or doubled D could be a major sign. Examine Lincoln's iron inscriptions. Look for doubling, especially on "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Use a scale. If it's off from the standard 2.5 grams, you may have a planchet error. Seek professional grading. If your coin shows any of these signs, get it professionally graded immediately. The 2015 D Liberty 1 cent is more than a coin, it's a modern legend. It's a symbol of how something small, overlooked, and ordinary can hold immense, life-changing value. In a world obsessed with gold, it's a humble penny that may one day make you a multimillionaire. So keep searching, keep learning, and never stop believing that the next great discovery might be lying quietly in the palm of your hand. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on more incredible coin stories from the rich vault of history. This is Numismatics Coins History, and we'll see you in the next episode, where another legendary coin might be waiting for you.